I'm Rich Crampanis. Thanks so much for logging on to ShoreSportsZone.com. This is our Saturday Week 4 highlight show. Last night, we were able to brave the elements and bring you 7 great games with rain and wind, the big storyline. Things have settled down a little bit more here on Saturday afternoon as we'll bring you 4 more games of action. Let's get started right here at Freehold Boro High School. Manalapan looks to join the 4-0 club in the Shore Conference. Here's the Braves and Freehold Boro to kick off our coverage.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the Manalapan Braves is brought to you by Hit Training.
Ed Guerreri's team has had a dominant start to the season, 40 or more points in its first 3 games. The Braves looked like they were ready to crank it up again. Opening drive, look at Naeem Mayfield, the spin move. He gets to the outside, look out, great run there. Ashanti Worthy knocks him out of bounds. Manalapan is on the move. Then Luke Corcione fires to Scott Scherzer. Scherzer has made some great plays early on this season. The Braves are threatening, but give credit to Freehold Boro. They play tough on both sides of the ball. Look at that big stop right there by Matt Krause. The drive would stall. Freehold Boro, no doubt about it, a big underdog. So Coach Dave Ellis turns to his star running back Ashanti Worthy and says, how about giving QB a try? You think Ashanti Worthy can run the option? Yes. Worthy is a special player. That's a great run by Ashanti Worthy into Manalapan territory. But the Manalapan defense has been feisty all year long. Great stop there by Michael Cardinal and Sal Tardonio. Then, more Naeem Mayfield. We've seen him make some great catches, and he's awfully dangerous as a runner. Past the 30-yard line, it's 4th and 9 from the 29. Manalapan's going for it, and this is a huge play. Corcione fires, and the pass is complete. Touchdown for Symir Blacknall. 29 yards. What a clutch throw by Corcione. It is 7-0 Manalapan in front. How about some more Freehold Boro defense? Boy, Matt Krause played tough in this game. Causes the fumble. Manalapan's able to fall on it. But as good as Freehold Boro's defense was, Manalapan's was even better. Here, everyone gets to the ball. And it's a 3rd straight shutout for the Manalapan Braves. 7-0 at the half. Manalapan goes on to a 14-0 win. Corcione with 2 touchdown passes. But give credit to Freehold Boro. This was probably their best effort of the year. They were a big underdog in this game. I think a lot of people thought this was going to be a 41-0 kind of game. But Manalapan only able to score twice. So give credit to Freehold Boro for playing tough. But the Braves defense has been relentless. They've given up just 12 points in the opener to Marlboro, and that is it. Manalapan now 4-0 on the season. They'll be home next week against Colts Neck, looking to get to 5-0 in 2016.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the Marlboro Mustangs is brought to you by Hit Training.
Game of the day comes in Colts Neck. Hayden Volk and the Cougars trailing Marlboro 14-8 at the half, but Colts Neck comes out and opens the third with an impressive drive. Carmen Katina. Great run here down to the 31-yard line. Colts Neck playing tough in a rivalry game. 4th down, they're going for it. Hayden Volk to Matt Volk. Move the chains, 1st down to the 12-yard line. It would get to 4th down again from a yard out. Vinny Gargiulo gets the 1st down. Gargiulo is such a great linebacker. He's great in short yardage. And then finally, the drive is capped off. Hayden Volk from a yard out. 7 minutes and 15 seconds. 15-14, Colts Neck goes up 1. The Cougars D makes a stop. Colts Neck gets it back again on offense, and the Volk twins are at it again. Hayden to Matt, over the middle. That's a great pass play. Same drive, early 4th quarter. Carmen Katina, great hole right there. Let's eat. Colts Neck has a 7-point lead, 21-14, extra point no good. The Cougar Den loves it. But just one play can turn the tide. And this is Cameron Kaorsi, the Shore Conference's leading rusher. He's had some awesome runs. This might be the best of the bunch. Look at him go. 66 yards, hurdling over people. He had 151 yards, and he left this game with an injury in the first half. But Cameron Keorse's a gamer. 21-20, and now Marlboro goes for 2. Keorse out of the Wildcat. Is he in? Steven Barsky and Vinny Gargiulo in on the stop. 2-point conversion, no good, so Colts Neck stays up 1. Now it's time for the Marlboro defense to shine. On 4th and short, the Cougars trying to milk the clock. Marlboro makes a stop on D. They get it back. And this is Cameron Keorse on 4th down. But look at the Colts Neck defense. Making the plays. Steven Barsky loves it. Now, just about a minute to go. It's 4th and inches. Does Colts Neck punt it, or do they try and win the game? Right play call. Karma Katina's got the first down, and he's got a whole lot more. Look at that special play. 35-yard touchdown. Oh, Colts Neck is all sorts of fired up. Katina had an outstanding game, and Colts Neck has every reason to celebrate its first win of the season. That was a thriller. 28-20 is your final. Colts Neck picks up its first win of the season, and they do it against their arch rival. It's now 11 straight wins for Colts Neck over Marlboro on the gridiron. The Mustangs, we've been talking about them all year long. They're one of the most improved teams at the Shore. They'll learn from this and learn how to play in tight ball games. Over the last 4 or 5 years, there haven't been very many close games at Marlboro. This is just another sign that this program is on the rise. And boy, we got to take the time. We got to thank Hit Training for letting us show these great highlights. They sponsor Colts Neck, Marlboro, Freehold, Boro, and Manalapan. We wouldn't have been at this game if it wasn't for Hit Training. So thank you so much, guys. Darian Barnes won a Super Bowl ring with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Listen to his passion. That's what high school football is all about for a Colts Neck team that picks up its first win of the season.
Yes. All day. Boys, that's what we needed. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Start to finish. That was our game. Start to finish. Let's go, baby. It's been a long time coming, all right? It's been a long time coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Get ready to go on Tuesday.
I'm from Marlboro, so it meant a lot. And to be with these guys that are also from Marlboro, a lot of them, they wanted this. Carl Katina, he definitely had all the heart in this game.
All we wanted was just win. I'm from Marlboro, and I wanted this win for plenty of years now. I know my team wanted this more than me. We all just wanted this game.
They gave us a good challenge. I was surprised. So our coach said buckle down, read their guards, watch where they go, and that's what me and Barsky did, and we stopped them.
In Tinton Falls, the Monmouth Regional Falcons hosting Point Pleasant Boro. We get our first look at the Panthers, and it was a good first impression. After a fumble on the opening snap, James Farah from 29 yards out. You'll go on the stat zone on shoresportszone.com. James Farah, a great running quarterback. He's on the list, 7-0 early. And then a little reverse here. Look at Hayden Fry. He's got the open space, and he's coming right at you. 56 yards for Hayden Fry. Bang, bang. It's 14-0 Point Boro in the first. And Coach Matt Salento has this group playing great on all 3 phases. Look at this big monster hit by Justin Rafi on special teams. And this Point Boro team is tough to defend. They really hang their hat on misdirection. This is Brandon Cipriano. And look at Cipriano go. This is a 38-yard gain inside the 5-yard line. And it would lead to this. Tanner Gordon, short TD run, he gets it over the plane, 21-0, Point Boro in control. Monmouth Regional trying to get back into the football game. Jay Eustace, the southpaw, goes to the air. Look at this great catch by Jalen Gates. Good job of coming down with it, and the Falcons are on the move. Eustace, look at this here, escapes the rush. He's able to throw it before he falls down. Good play there. Eli Wright to the 11-yard line. But Monmouth Regional couldn't get on the board because that's Josiah Glidden with the hit. Ronnie Leda falls on the loose football. Another turnover created by Point Boro. But the Falcons would get in on the turnover game. This is Elijah Walker. We saw Walker make a pick against Kenny Pickett in the opening week of the season. Walker with a great run back here. The Falcons have great field position late in the first half. But Point Boro's defense was relentless. Blazing into your screen, that's Tanner Gordon with the sack. Man, that was awesome. That will be a Sack of the Year nominee for sure. 21-0 Point Boro at the half. Monmouth Regional comes up empty. Second play of the third quarter, James Farah is out in the open field, and he is a goner. 69 yards for James Farah, 28-0. Boy, Farah's fun to watch. This Point Pleasant Boro defense was outstanding, and you can see the two-way play. This is Hayden Fry. The wide receiver had that reverse touchdown run. Now he comes up with an INT. And then great awareness here. Boy, that's good footwork by Aiden Connolly. The big fella got to the ball quickly. It would lead to James Farah's third touchdown run of the game. This is from 6 yards out. That made it 35-0. And then the scoring will close out as Garrett Romer finds the end zone. That made it 42-0, and that is your final. The Point Pleasant Boro Panthers are now 4-0 on the season. James Farah runs for 146 yards and 3 scores. The defense created a lot of turnovers. They played good, hard-hitting football. Matt Salento and Point Pleasant Boro is 4-0, and all eyes point towards our October 14th matchup. It'll be Lakewood against Point Pleasant Boro. If they can take care of business next week, both of those teams have a good chance of going 5-0 with B South on the line. That's a couple of weeks from now. Looking forward to that one. Want to thank our friends at Point Pleasant Boro. They're always great supporters of Shore Sports Zone. We want to let you know this was our first highlights of Point Pleasant Boro this year. We need a Point Boro sponsor. So if you want to see more Point Pleasant Boro football action during this outstanding season, just send us an email, rich@shoresportszone.com. We'd love to get a local business to sponsor Point Boro so we can get to many more games during this 2016 season. We wrap things up in Lenoka Harbor. Lacey's off to a solid 2-1 start in 2016, hosting Jackson Liberty, searching for their first win. This was Lions against Lions. Opening kickoff of the game, little trouble here, but no worries. Christian Morales scoops it up, makes that cut, and see you later. 80 yards for Christian Morales. That will be a top play nominee Sunday morning on shoresportszone.com. I'm sure Lacey will get out there and vote in full force. 6-0 Lacey early. And we saw Lacey step up on the defensive side of the ball. Matt Milden gets into the backfield. This is a tackle for loss. And Lacey had one heck of a first quarter. Colton Claus, the QB, keeps it himself for a 1-yard touchdown. That makes it 12-0. And then it's Claus again on the 2-point conversion. Good blocking by the offensive line. 14-0 Lacey in front. And everything was going Lacey's way early. Here, some good special teams play. The ball is stripped. Anthony Tobia with the recovery. Great field position. And Lacey's going to get their third score of the first quarter. John Grosjean gets to the edge. This is a 6-yard touchdown. 21-0, just under 8 minutes of game time. 3 TDs for Lacey. How about Jackson Liberty getting in on the highlights? This is Steven Schuster. We had some great sacks on the Saturday highlight show, but there was no let-up in this Lacey offense. Jason Giresi, a 2-yard touchdown. It caps off a 12-play drive. 27-0 at the half. Lacey moves to 3-1 on the season. 34-0 is your final. Wow. 5 different players scored in a balanced attack, and I'm really looking forward to next week. This is going to be a great barometer game. Lacey will be at home against Lakewood. The Piners are undefeated. They've got a big showdown with Point Boro, as we talked about earlier in the show, the following week. But Lacey could really make a statement. It'll be interesting to see these two teams go head-to-head, Lakewood at Lacey next week. The Lions pitch a shutout and wrap up Saturday's Week 4 action with a 34-0 win over Jackson Liberty. It's time for us to go through all 11 games we shot and pick the best of the best. Coming up on Sunday morning, the top plays and top performers will be up for voting. The winners get Monmouth Building Center game balls. I want to thank all the coaches who allow us to come to practice in the middle of the week. We always love delivering those pigskins to these kids who do a great job and make our highlight shows so awesome. For our team at Shore Sports Zone, I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much to our sponsors who allow us to bring you great high school football action every Friday and Saturday right here on ShoreSportsZone.com.